Welcome to my national podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome. It is Patreon Day. Let's go, baby. All right. It is Patreon Day. It's Friday. It is the free Patreon episode for March. Man, we got an exciting Patreon episode for you. And we got an interesting thread. And, we only got the juiciest of threads for the Friday people over on Patreon. But you guys get this one for free. And this one is, what is the strangest fetish you have had the opportunity to fulfill? So let's see what craziness y'all been able to fulfill for some other crazy person. All right. So our first one is dated a 6'7" woman as a 5'8" man. Incredible experience. That's crazy. That is crazy. My man was just like, hey, babe, what's up? Uppies. That is crazy, dude. Damn. All right, what is the strangest fetish you've had fulfilled? All right, a girl once insisted that I eat a sandwich while she went down on me. She said that she liked getting the crumbs in her hair. What? What? She said, I like getting the crumbs in my hair. That absolutely makes no sense to me, but sure. All right. What is the strangest fetish you've had the... Oh, my goodness. What is the name of this? You've had the opportunity to fulfill. Jesus. Not me, but a coworker. She went out to lunch while at work and returned without shoes. We obviously inquired that she said some guy asked to buy them off of her for $200. She obliged and showed us the cash. So homeboy had a feet fetish and was just like, yo, I'll buy your shoes off you right now for $200. Some shoes she probably spent like $60 on. What the fuck? Yo, man, them feet motherfuckers, they must be just rich. It is crazy how rich the feet dudes are, because it seems like, I wouldn't say every girl or even every other girl, but like there's a lot of girls that they're like, yo, yeah, I had a dude pay me for like feet pictures, and you're like, how much? It's like $500, and you're just like, huh? How much? Like, that's bananas to me. Like, why would you pay that much to see a bitch's feet? You can Google some feet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can Google some feet. Like, bro, that's crazy to me, man. Absolutely crazy. All right. What is the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? Some guy bought the underwear I was wearing for $40. That's crazy. That's crazy. And like, what are you gonna do with that, man? What do you get? Like, sure, he'll probably get, one good jerk session with it, and then after that, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck did I do? Why did I spend $40 on this?" That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. And if I'm being honest with you, man, she probably paid more, unless those were like Walmart underwear, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because I'm like, aren't girls' underwear a lot more expensive than that? Aren't they like $60, something like that, $60, $70? Like, girl, you didn't profit. You didn't profit off of them. All right. What's the strangest fetish you've had the opportunity to fulfill? Straight guy here. I was at a sex party, and one of the dungeon rooms had several bathtubs for pee play. That's crazy. See, seeing something like that must have stunk. I would have okay. All right, man. Wow. Sure, dude. All right. Definitely not something I'm into. There was this older gay man, at least 70 years old. Yo. Hey. He was just like, hey, and I may be old, but my dick still works, sitting in one of the tubs, and all he wanted was someone to pee on him, but wasn't getting any attention. Well, I had to go anyway. Yeah, I would leave, dude. I would be like, you know what, man? Yeah, my dog fell in a well. Like, I gotta go. That's Disgusting. Oh my goodness, the shit people are into, man. I feel like it's not even a fetish at this point. It's just, golly, that's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hey, what is the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? Years ago, I saw on here that a user wanted to fill their bathtub full of spaghetti. I still think about them and whether or not they did it. Okay. Why would you want to fill your bathtub with spaghetti? Like, I mean, aren't there good ways to do that? Maybe not. The world may never know. The world may never know on that one. All right. Okay. What is the strangest fetish that you had the opportunity to fulfill? Being tied up for a long time and used as a toy for multiple times. My husband would come once, go do some stuff, then come back and fuck me again. That's crazy. That's crazy. She would just be like in the bed, just tied up, and homeboy would bust his nut, and then he would go leave and do some shit, and then he'd come back and he'd be like, "Oh, look at that! You're ready for more." Like, what? Okay. Did that for about 4 times. Then it was time for lunch. It's like she like framed it like it was her job. You know what I mean? It's like she's clocking in. She's just like, all right, cool, clocking in, gets tied up. Homeboy bangs her out, leaves. And she's just like, still here on the job, just waiting. Like, what in the hell? I mean, it's like, sure, it would be hot, like, in the moment, but I wouldn't want her to just stay there. Okay. Damn. Oh, shit. Yeah, like, I wouldn't want her to stay there. I'd be like, all right, go do some shit, and then I'll call you back. Cool, man. Hey, goddamn, dude. The shit that these people... And I'm surprised that she agreed to that. Like, damn. What does this guy do to get her to agree to that? Man, Hey. All right, what's the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? A lesbian couple approached me and offered me money in exchange for a natural pregnancy with one of the 2 partners. She was gorgeous. I said yes. They paid me for each attempt and said they would pay $10,000 upon a positive test. After 3 months of rigorous trying, they broke up, and I found out that the one attempting to get pregnant actually had an IUD. Oh no! And a fetish for trying to get pregnant. The girlfriend told me how she answered a call from the hospital asking to do a checkup on it, and that's how she found out. She duped us both into basically just paying me for sex. That's crazy. She was just like, I just want to get banged out, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna like make it seem like, oh no, we're trying to get pregnant or whatever. Nah, man, see, and I've said it multiple times on this show. It's tough out here for the girls who like are actually lesbian, because there's a lot of girls out here that just be playing lesbian. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to be with a girl like that. They don't give a fuck about all that shit. They don't. They think in the moment that they want to be with a girl. They think, being with a girl is fun, and they experiment and this and that. But they don't really want to be with a girl. In reality, they're like, nah, man, I want a dude. I want a man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get schmacked up. Like this whole bumping biscuits thing. It's fun for the time being, but it ain't the end all be all, And so, yeah, she got duped like a motherfucker. That's crazy. I'm surprised she didn't know when they first met that she had an IUD. And that just makes me think that she was just banging dudes the whole relationship, if I'm being straight with you. You know what I mean? Like, she was banging dudes the whole relationship. Like, she was just like, on occasion, you know what I mean, bang her girlfriend or whatever. But for the most part, she was probably just out getting some penis. That's wild. Damn. Hey, W for the guy, though. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, and W for the dude. It's like, hey, no sweat off my back. I got to, pound town and burst in there. No condom needed. Shoot. All right, here goes. I responded to a Craigslist ad. The ad itself, I can't remember, but it ended up being a cuck situation. I was 24. The lovely married couple had to be late 30s. The initial meetup at hotel. All three went on the town and... Hold on, wait, what? All three went out on the town, and the night ended back at the hotel. As I had mentioned, a cuck situation. So... That's crazy. What were you doing on Craigslist? You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes some dudes, they just go on Craigslist just to see what's going on. And then they're just like, oh. And then it's crazy like they would post that on Craigslist. Like, yo, hey man, my name is Daryl. I'm 24 years old, or I'm 37 years old, or some shit like that. I'm looking for a young stallion to smash my wife while I watch. You know, I'll pay you handsomely, or I'll take you out to dinner or something. You know what I mean? Like, how do you like willingly write that up and put it on the internet for everybody to fucking see? Like, that's great. And then on top of that, this is Craigslist, so people can be like, oh yeah, hey, I'd like to inquire on smashing your wife. You know, Daryl, what's going on? You know, here's my information. Hit me up if you're interested. Here's a headshot of me. Like, what the heck? Like, is that how this shit goes or what? Because that is just weird to me. He's just like, yeah, I was just on Craigslist, and this guy with, Daryl, 37, was just like, hey, yo, man, and I'm looking for a guy, a young stallion. And he sent in a picture of himself and was just like, hey, I'm down. How about I take you out for dinner? And, like, what the fuck? All right, man. Okay, what is the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? Wanted to try a glory hole, but was weirded out about the other person being gross or biting me. Ow, okay. Was chatting to my friend about it, and they said, let's go, I'll do it with you. It was a fun experience. We were in a fetish bar, so there were glory holes in the toilets. That's crazy. I wonder Man, I wish they would have told me. Was this like two dudes, or was this like a dude and a girl? Because if it was a dude and a girl, okay, down. Yeah. But I don't know. It's two dudes, hey, do your thing, man. That'd be kind of weird, though, just asking your friend, hey, yo, man, you know what I mean? I've been wanting to try glory hole, dog. Let's go. And then on top of that, where the hell do you find a fetish bar? Like, what? He said that, or she, I don't know if it was a guy or girl, I don't know. But they threw that in there as if it's like, oh yeah, you can just go down to your local, fetish bar. You know what I mean? It's like 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away, hour for some people. Like, yeah, just find your local fetish bar. It's all good, man. Like, what the fuck? I guess. All right, what is the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? I always wanted to eat a woman's butt, but I figured that was just something they only did in porn as part of the guy's fantasy stuff, okay? The girl I lost my virginity to on our third sleepover, we were getting busy when she suddenly got in the doggy position and said, eat my butt. Oh, damn. I was so fucking happy. That's crazy. I mean, some dudes like to, some dudes like to do it. I don't know. I would feel a little indifferent about it. Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I have no idea. Never tried it before. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys let me know if you tried it. What's it like? You know what I mean? Did you enjoy it? You know what I mean? Did them groceries taste good? I don't know. Hey, you never know. All right, what is the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? My wife gets incredibly horny during hurricanes. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Say that again?
What did he say?
She gets incredibly horny during hurricanes. All right. I have no idea why. I don't know. And I don't want to make an issue of it, so I don't ask too many questions. But whenever we have a hurricane in Florida and it's shaking the house and the wind is rattling the windows, she jumps on me. She is down for anything. I wish I could enjoy it more, but I'm 50% distracted by, the house potentially crashing down on us. So What about a hurricane would turn you on? Is it the danger aspect of it? Like, oh my God, we could like totally die while doing it? Or is it a thing where it's somehow exciting? Maybe it's exhilarating. I have no clue. I've never heard of this ever. Ever. Like, this has never been a thing, like, in my goddamn 30 years of life. Just never heard of this. Like, what in the hell? I do not understand why a hurricane would make you horny. Like, what in the heck? I can't even think. Like, I'm trying to think about it too. I'm like, okay, maybe, there's something that we don't know. Maybe there's something that, like, but I can't think of a goddamn thing. You guys let me know down in the comments. What do you think about that? What in the hell would make you horny from a hurricane? Like, that's just wild. Okay, hey, man. All right. What is the strangest fetish that you have had the opportunity to fulfill? My current girlfriend and future wife is a cosplayer. The number of things I scratched off my bucket list is amazing. Facts. Oh my God. I want to date a cosplayer girl so bad. Oh, you have no idea. I do so bad. Oh, cosplayer girls are my shit, man. Oh my God. I follow way too many of them on my Instagram. Way too many of them, because I'm just like, bruh. And then there's some of them that know about like characters that most of the other girls don't really know, because if I'm being honest with you, most of the cosplayer girls, they just cosplay like the most popular girls. You know what I mean? That's how I know. I'm like, all right, you don't watch the show, you don't even know what character you're playing. You were like, oh, that outfit or that character is popular, I'm gonna cosplay the character. But there are some girls that know some good characters, and I'm like, yeah, you know that character? Oh, baby. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Follow. You know what I mean? But man, oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I want to date a cosplayer girl, definitely. Oh man, if you're out there, hit your boy up. Let me know. I'm down. I'm open. DMs are wide open. I got, you know what I mean? We can make magic, girl. We can make magic. Cause I'm telling you, you know what I mean? At that point, you wouldn't need other bitches. Why? She could become anybody you want. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Hey, lucky guy, man. All right, what is the strangest fetish that you have had the opportunity to fulfill? The fetish I got to fulfill wasn't really that strange, but the circumstances were. My girlfriend at the time really wanted for me to tell her a secret fantasy that I had, but had never been able to experience. I really didn't want to tell her that I would love to just jizz all over her face. Hey, facts. I don't know what it is about that shit. It's hot, though. It's hot though, because it was my understanding that most women found that to be gross and disgusting. She pretty much begged me to tell her what it was I wanted, and promised that even if she wouldn't do it, she wouldn't be judgmental about it. When I finally gave in and told her what I wanted, she said, "Is that all? I could do that." Like it was no big deal. I bet my man was just like, "Yeah? You're telling me all this time I could have been busting nuts on your face? God damn it, man." But I feel you, though. I feel you. Is sometimes it's better to just hold off on it. You know what I mean? Because if you would have done it too soon, she probably would have just been like, "Oh yeah, this dude's weird." You know what I mean? And then it would have ruined his chance. But I think because they've been together for so long, he's probably been so good to her. You know, it kind of upped his chances a little bit. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Anyhow, we tried it and I loved it, and so did she. She thought it was funny even. She was happy to let me do it several more times. So it worked out great. She liked to call herself my sex slave. Amen. Damn. You got you a good one. The way she said it was very hot. And you know what I mean? Hey, when you got you a good one, man, you know, you hold on to it. Hold on to it. A lot of girls are very prissy when it comes to that shit, and you're just like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, shut up. Like, goddamn, man. Like, shit. You wonder why, you know what I mean? We go cheat on you with the hose, you know, because the hose let us do that. No, I'm joking. I'm playing around. Oh, they're going to be mad at me at that one. They're going to be mad at me at that one. They're going to be like, how dare you? What is the strangest fetish that you've had the opportunity to fulfill? My ex-wife dressed in white stockings, the tiniest thong and Welsh rugby top. That was it for me. Edit. That was it for me. No sleep all night. Just my man knows what he's talking about. Cause that right there, yeah. See, a lot of women highly underestimate how hot it is when you wear like stockings and like knee highs, thigh highs, and all that kind of stuff. Dude, there's so many dudes that go bananas over that shit. And a lot of girls don't wear them. And when you do find a girl that does, oh man, it's like, yeah, I want that one for Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's like, you ladies highly underestimate that shit. Pair that with a, you know, cute little skirt or whatever. Jesus. Or even some, you know, short shorts or whatever. Oh man. I'm telling you, underestimate it. Oh, they do every single time. They don't understand it. And I'm just like, come on, man. Yeah. I bet you he regrets that. He's like, damn, my ex-wife, she knew how to do it. All right, what is the strangest fetish that you have had the opportunity to fulfill? Drank a girl's breast milk. Hey, you know, weirdly enough, I've always wanted to try that. I heard it's like really sweet, you know? She had a 3-year-old son, so I was surprised she was still lactating. Was nice. Would do it again. My man was like, hey, tasted it straight from the source. You know what I mean? He had his Italian, you know, hand gesture. He was just like, straight from the source. He's like, it was so delicious. My man he was all in it. He was like, yeah. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, this is going to be our last one. What is the strangest fetish that you have had the opportunity to fulfill? All right, she used to ask me to spit in her mouth anytime, anywhere, and we were at a family gathering. She saw me in the window, 2 stories high window, and opened her mouth. That's crazy. What the hell? I mean, is it a thing where, like, with this girl, you know, shit just started off freaky, or was it just a thing where she got comfortable enough to be freaky with you? You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it's like, you know, asking for a friend doing research, like, where did you find this girl? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just asking for a friend doing some research, you know, like, where did you find this one? Because what the fuck, man? That's absolutely crazy. She's just like, yeah, anywhere at any time. Yeah, you can just do it. And I'm like, at a family gathering. Like, imagine, you know, you're just like hanging out with family and and your son is just spitting in his girlfriend's mouth, and you're just like, what the fuck? It's, you know, like, imagine that shit, dude. Oh my god. It took me a second, but I figured it out. I spat into her mouth like a fucking quarterback. Spat in her mouth like a quarterback. Okay, with precision. She looks at me, winks, swallows, licks her lips, and then says, love you, as she walks away. That's crazy. Man, hey. You know what I mean? Hey, W-mans, I guess. You know, W-mans, but it's going to go ahead and end that crazy and wild threads. People got some wild fetishes, man. Damn. And some of them weren't all that. Some of them I'm like, I can get behind that. You know, like the cosplay and the stockings and all that shit. I can get behind that. I'm like, you and me both. But everybody else, y'all motherfuckers is crazy. You know what I mean? Y'all is crazy. And then the whole like Craigslist cuck thing, wild. What? You know what I mean? Daryl 37, you need to get your shit together, brother. You need to get your shit together, man, because you're absolutely wild, man. Just over here putting this out on the internet. Hey, man, you know, look for a strapping young man. Man, you're wild. You're wilding out here. My goodness. But hey, I mean, if you would like to get a part of this thread and you have some crazy shit that you have, you know, been able to fulfill for somebody, go ahead and put it down in the comments, man, and see what we got going on down there. If you want to share your story, definitely get down in the comments. Hey, but that's going to be the end of that thread. This is the free Patreon Day episode, so I will be doing announcements today. We have patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. If you want episodes that are crazy and wild, just like this one, go ahead and follow us on Patreon. $3 a month get you an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario and your confession time to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows. All right. Audio listeners, keep downloading the show as well as rating us 5 stars. You guys are doing awesome in the support department. Let's keep these ratings going so that way we can get new people on in here. I see, there's a lot of returning beautiful peoples, and you guys are loving what we're doing every single week, and I appreciate that so very much. And guess what? It's for free. And if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Okay. The support has been going crazy over on TikTok. Crazy enough, I got banned last week. We were streaming on Monday. We were streaming, having a good time, doing our thing. And then I got banned for hate speech on TikTok. Why? I don't know. I appealed it because I'm like, there's nothing hate speech going on. Like, I'm playing a video game, you know what I mean? Like, chat was kind of talking shit, but we weren't really doing much crazy. I have no idea. So I won't be streaming on TikTok for a minute. I think I have like a 2-week ban or something like that. So if you want to catch us live on Mondays, on this upcoming Monday, if you want to catch us live this Monday, do it on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, because I got banned. I got a 2-week ban on TikTok. So follow us. I have they're right here. Those are my handles for Kick and Twitch. They're also linked in the description, so you can go there on Monday or just pop in on YouTube, whichever one is best for you. All right. So, but without further ado, let's get into today's scenarios we got for you. And boy, do we got some juicy ones. First one. Am I overreacting? Wife flirty texting and sending pics. Ooh. All right. So, my phone is finally charged enough. So, this weekend, we were at a local bar for a celebration of life. Shortly after we got there, barely into the first drink, my wife goes outside to smoke. Apparently, while she was out there, she gave a guy her number. Okay. But did not mention it to me when she came back in. She was, however, talking to friends about a hot guy she just met outside. Fast forward to the next evening, we are driving home and she's texting with somebody right next to me. Yo. Okay. But every time I look over to talk, she turns her phone away. After a few texts, she gets another text from a mutual longtime friend and starts talking about that text, but still see her going back to another. Just a little suspicious at this point. We got home and got settled in. I'm laying down and she says that she's just going to listen to a few songs, then be up. That's cap.
Stop the cap.
She wanna message homeboy in the car a little more. About 3 hours later, I'm half asleep when she comes up and goes to the bathroom with her phone and a new lingerie she got. Oh, what the fuck? She's in there almost 30 minutes, and when she comes out, she tries hiding the lingerie so I don't see it. Now I'm really suspicious. You saw her walk in with it, though. Just the fact that you saw it, why didn't you blow up her spot then? You know what I mean? Like, I'd have been knocking on the door like, yo, what the fuck are you doing in there? Hey, why are you in there with that? Because think about it. If she's going in there with it, I'm thinking she's coming out for me, But if she's in there for like damn near more than 5 minutes, I'm like, hold up. Come on now. Now I'm really suspicious. Next morning I get up, take out the dog, and start to work, but can't stop thinking about the suspicious behavior. I normally wouldn't look at her phone, but do at this point. There are flirty texts with this guy who asked her to send a picture. She sent 2 fully clothed pictures to him and asked for one in return. He at work, so says he can just send an older picture of his of his, to which she replied, gorgeous with a heart eyes. A couple of texts like him saying, can't wait to see that body, and her saying she hopes to see him again. Wait, so that means they've met up once before. There were no other pictures, and messages seemed to end abruptly. Of course, I'm furious and wake her up immediately to confront her. After she gets her bearings, she said it was nothing. She just wanted the attention. I'm angry and asking what her end game is, to which she gets angry back and very defensive. She said she was drunk and didn't know why she took her lingerie into the bathroom and her phone.
Stop the cap.
Come on, man. If there were any pics like that, they were deleted, but she swears there wasn't. But also claims to be so drunk, she didn't really remember why she took it in there. I guarantee you what she did is she did take pictures in those lingeries and whatever, deleted the thread, and then the thread started after that. I guarantee it. I guarantee you check Homeboy's phone, there's some pictures of your girl. Yeah, I mean, you check Homeboy's phone. Yeah. Damn. I asked her who the guy was, and she said she met him the day before while we were together. And she was drunk and didn't remember meeting him. She just woken up and got ready before we got to the event, and was only a couple sips into her first drink, so definitely not drunk at that point, but did get really drunk by the end of the day. There was no way she was drunk when she gave a random hot dude her number while she was out with her husband. I left yesterday after confronting her, only went home to shower and to do some work today. She said it was nothing and I'm overreacting. I think it was very disrespectful, and who knows where it would have went if I didn't confront her. She deleted the guy's messages and contact info after I said I wanted to talk to him to find out the initial convo went, or how the initial convo went when she gave him the number. Am I overreacting by being very angry and staying away from home for a while? Oh man. Nah, I don't think you're overreacting at all, bro. Because what I'm thinking happened is she met this dude. They was texting and tittle-a-tatting. Because, I mean, you saw it in the car. You know what I mean? So it's like the fact that they were messaging, right? They're messaging while you're in the car. You guys got home. You got out of the car and was like, hey, you're not coming? She was like, oh, no, I want to listen to some music in the car.
Stop the cap.
That we all know that was a lie. No, she was texting that nigga. She probably called him at that time. Yeah, she probably called him when she was in the car. And then she was like, oh yeah, I bought this new lingerie. Do you want to see it? Oh, I could probably sneak into the bathroom and send you a few pictures. And he's like, oh, that sounds great. Yeah, you should definitely do that. Make sure you don't get caught by your husband though. You know, and she's like, oh, okay. And so then she, went into the bathroom, snip, deleted the thread after she sent it to him. So that way you wouldn't see that the pictures got sent. Delete the pictures. And then they continue the conversation from there. And then she got out of the bathroom and so on and so forth. Like, I think that is what happened. That's why I think that you aren't overreacting. And then, you know what I mean? If I'm being honest with you, man, I don't think she was doing it for the attention. I think it was a thing where this hot guy either had a boyfriend, stopped talking to her. Something happened to where homeboy just wasn't giving her attention anymore. And so then she cut it off. Because if I'm being honest with you, if he kept giving attention to all this kind of stuff, guarantee she would have kept going. Guarantee it. And if I'm being honest with you, man, hey, it's time to go. It's time to go. If your girl's willing to go to these kind of lengths, man, it's time to go. Yeah, like, that's just crazy. Like, you going these kind of lengths to cheat and do all this weird shit. And then on top of that, man, the ultimate disrespect for me is the fact that she was doing it while she was out with him. Like, that to me is crazy. Like, you're out with your man and you're doing that. Like, damn. Oh, whoo, you see that? All right. On to our next one. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, though. Jesus. All right, am I the asshole for telling my friend to stop farting during our workouts at the gym? Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. If I have a protein shake before the gym, your boy is farting. I ain't gonna lie. Your boy is farting up a storm in the gym. That's why I usually like to take my protein shake after the gym, so that way I can fart at home in peace. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. All right, I go to the gym every day with a friend, and over the past few days, we've been working out together. He's busted a few gnarly farts, and at first, I let it slide since he said he couldn't help it. But eventually, it started to bother me. I like the guy, but I've become more direct lately, mentioning that no one wants to smell his ass. I'm not trying to be bombed out of my workout, and I can literally catch his scent whether we're on the treadmill or lifting weights. It's even worse when I get on a machine after he farts because the smell lingers, and it's just unpleasant. What's even more embarrassing is that I'm worried others might think it's me. I don't want to be blamed for someone else's discomfort because they're smelling his farts around the gym. I've said it's too easy to excuse himself to the bathroom, but I guess that's too much to ask. I don't want my friend to hold his farts in and be uncomfortable, but I just find it inconsiderate. I guess I could do my own workouts, but I'm still worried someone will say something to him about it. I don't want him to be embarrassed. Maybe I already embarrassed him by calling it out. I just want him to stop doing it in public while we're working out. Is it too much to ask to go somewhere private? I mean, pretty much, you just ask him like, yo, man, can you like crop dust that shit somewhere else? Either that or just go to the gym by yourself, dog. Yeah, I mean, go to the gym by yourself. I think it's not too bad to go by yourself. I understand homeboy might feel some type of way, like, oh man, you don't want to go with me anymore, But I mean, if it's bothering you that much, then you might as well. If it's bothering you that much, bro, you might as well just be like, hey, yo, man, can you I'm gonna go by myself now. I'm gonna go to the gym by myself. I'm not gonna, and you could just do that. If I'm being straight, you could just do that. Because it's too much for you to, like, try to change his eating habits or try to make him go to the bathroom every time he's got a fart and, or go take a lap. It's doing too much. Like, easily what you could do, bro, is just go by yourself. Let him know, hey, look, man, I'm going to the gym by myself. Yeah, I mean, go with him maybe once or twice, but you could just go by yourself. And I think that would easily fix that if I'm being straight with you. But you guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Yeah. All right. Hey, it's refreshing from the normal shit that we normally get. Because the normal shit that we normally get are like, oh, so-and-so's cheating, so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so, you know what I mean? That was a different one. I was glad for that one when that one got sent in. But yeah, man, I would just go by yourself. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. All right. Am I wrong to feel betrayed as I found out she sexted while it was supposed to be exclusive? I, 33 male, met this woman, 36 female, 2 years ago. We ended up spending a lot of time together in the first 2 weeks. I made her a proposal that it would be exclusive from her side, but not from mine. And I told her she can end this agreement whenever she'd like. So we continued spending lots of time together, but after a while, it tampered down. We were meeting less, and we still found time to meet, mostly indoors, drinking long hours, and have fun. Then things started to be complicated in my life, so I was not being as much present. But the agreement was still holding, and she knew she can stop it at any time. I met her less and less. Physical intimacy was scarce, and a time in the peak of this disappearance, I probably did not see her for a month, even if she is just 10 minutes away. And my words were very scarce, probably a sentence every couple of weeks or so, or give or take. Then things started to change a bit. We started getting the intimacy back, and 5 months after that disappearance, there was a lot of intimacy meetings, etc. During all of this time, the lady has been amazing to me, submissive, polite, taking good care of me. Around some weeks ago, we found out she was pregnant, but there was a miscarriage last week. Then strangely, I ignore why I started having this gut feeling that something was not right. Long story short, I ended up uncovering that she had one sexting conversation with a guy she was meeting B more, maybe before we met. Okay. And a couple of weeks in after we met. She also kept insisting they never met after. It was a single conversation that happened when she was a peak despair, when she was feeling abandoned after 2 months with no intimacy, 2 or 3 months of rare existing from me, and that she was sure the agreement was not holding anymore, and that she was thinking I was meeting other women and ignoring her. To the girl's defense, she never refused anything I asked. She provides tremendous help. Please help me sexually. What? Okay. Please help me sexually whenever I ask. I'm reading verbatim, so if it sounds weird, it sounds weird. And recently, my mother was visiting for some months, and she was taking care of her and entertaining more than a daughter would do. And during this 2 years, she was also respected and treated properly. Not that it is something special, but just to underline that there was no arguments, fights, or anything. I know there was no relationship, but we had an agreement that was clear, and she accepted. I'm curious about what you guys think, because there is a decision to make. Thank you. I mean, look, dude. If I'm being honest with you, man, like, I get it. You guys had this arrangement and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm being straight, who the fuck cares? All right. This wasn't your girl. This is not your girl. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you guys had this arrangement, but was this your girlfriend? You know what I mean? Did you put any kind of commitment into her? Sure, she was doing all this stuff maybe to get the commitment out of you. And you know what I mean? You may feel like, oh no, I want to make sure that, she's worth girlfriend status and all this and all that. I understand that. But if I'm being honest with you, if you're going to have this arrangement or whatever, you need to be prepared for her to be like, well, look, nigga, you haven't talked to me in like 2 months. So yeah, I'm going to go fucking find another guy. Like, you got to be prepared for that kind of shit, and it's a thing where if you don't tolerate that or whatever, then you could just leave her. But I guarantee you won't, because she's got more pros than she does cons. If I'm being honest with you, like, I already know you niggas. You niggas be doing this shit all the time. You guys be presenting these crazy, scenarios of, oh, she did this and she did that, and oh my God, I'm gonna leave. And then I'm like, yeah, man, you should leave. And then you dumbass niggas don't leave. So I already know you ain't gonna fucking leave her regardless. So it's like, who the fuck cares about this arrangement? You know what I mean? And then on top of that, like I said, if you're going to have this arrangement where, there's not really a commitment to it, it's like that this ain't your girlfriend, then yeah. If she, if you haven't talked to her in a couple months or a month or whatever, and she decides to go talk to some other dude, well, yeah, I mean, you kind of pushed her, you kind of pushed that onto her, you know what I mean? Because it would be different if you were like, that's my girl. You know what I mean? It'd be different if you were like, that's my girlfriend. But no, this is just an arrangement. Like, this is just a situationship style thing that she thinks is a relationship, and then you are thinking it's a situationship. Like, that's what this really is. It's a thing where you're just like, yeah, this is just a situationship for me. But for her, she's like, this is a relationship. And so I think that's where the wires have gotten crossed with this, is that since she thinks it's a relationship, she might have looked at it like, well, you know what I mean? I guess since he hasn't talked to me in a month, 2 months, whatever, he might have dumped me. He dumped me, so I'm going to go ahead and just, talk to this other guy. I don't think they did anything. I don't think he said they did anything. I don't even think they met up. I think it was just text messages. If I remember from the original thing. Okay, she sexted a guy. Which I don't even think that she did sex the guy, but she might have. I don't know. But they didn't meet up. It was just all through text. But again, it's the thing where it's just like, for one, who the fuck cares? Because this ain't your girl. So it's like, why are you putting so much, I don't want to say care, but like, you care too much. I would understand if this was like your girlfriend, this is your woman or whatever, then I'd be like, okay, I see why you're putting all of this, but now you just care too much for a girl that you see as a situationship. And that's what I think is weird to me. I'm like, bro, why are you putting all this into a girl that you just see as a situationship? You don't see her as anything else. So it's like, what the fuck, bro? You're putting you care far too much. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, who the fuck cares? And then on top of that, it's like, yeah, if you're not going to talk to her for a while, you got to be prepared for her to do some shit like that. You know, and if you don't like it, that's fine. That's cool. Then you just, hey, peas and chicken grease, kick her to the curb and you move on. But I know that you're not going to do that because she's got more pros than she does cons. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. And you niggas be sending in this shit all the time. Dudes be doing this shit all the time, man. It be pissing me off a lot of times. Because I'm just like, bro, this is so easy. But for some reason, whatever it is that you're thinking, you just need somebody else to confirm that what you're thinking is right. That's what it really is. And that's what you guys be doing. I be seeing this all the time, man. This show has brought me so many situations where dudes will be like, yeah, my girl, she went and had sex with like 9 guys all at the same time, but she does this, and this. I don't know what to do. And I'm just like, I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, obviously you should leave her. And then like a couple weeks later, they're like, hey man, I saw the episode where you did my scenario. We're still together. I hear you out though, but we're still together because she's got this, and this. You know what I mean? Even though she had sex with 9 guys all at the same time. It's just like, all right, man. Sure. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. I just think it's dumb because a lot of guys be doing this shit. And I'm like, bro, you're not going to break up with her. You know what I mean? Like, golly. All right, let's get on to our next one. Am I the asshole if I'm upset that my husband mentioned getting a paternity test? Okay. Me, 31 female, husband, 32 male, mentioned that he's been keen on getting a paternity test for our 3-week-old baby girl. His reasoning is that our daughter has darker hair than him. He has brown hair. I'm a white blonde. I'm a little confused as she hardly had any bloody hair, and this just feels like he's accusing me of infidelity. I actually thought he was joking initially. The conversation went as followed. He says, her hair is really dark. So I said, yeah, it is. Even though it isn't darker than his, he then mentioned getting the test. It was completely out of the blue. I initially said that he should go for it as I wasn't thinking, but now I've had some time to reflect. I'm really not happy about it. If he wants to get the test, fine by me, but it just feels like he doesn't trust me. Am I overthinking this? He has no reason to think like this. He even went as far as to say if she wasn't mine biologically, she'd still be my girl. That statement just pissed me off, and I've said nothing to him since. So am I the asshole? Yes, I think you are the asshole. Reason being is because if you ain't got nothing to hide, girl, then just get the test. Who cares? If you ain't got nothing to hide, get the test. Right? Right? Am I wrong here? I mean, if you ain't got nothing to hide, if you didn't do no infidelity, you didn't do nothing like that, then you'd be like, sure, that's fine. Like, you don't need it because this is your child, but if you need that, that's fine. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? And then you go do it and you'd be like, here, look, your kid. Now shut up. Like, I don't get why. Why do you feel like you need, you know what I mean? It just makes no sense. I'm like, guys, y'all be sending in shit that it's like, I mean, I guess you felt some type of way about it for some odd reason. But my thing is why feel some type of reason about, or some type of way about it anyway? Sure, you think, okay, he thinks that I'm cheating on him or that I cheated on him, and sure, you could take offense to that. But if you didn't, well, then guess what? You could throw it right back in his face with a positive DNA test. Like, you don't even have to be mad. Like, you could be mad about it, sure, fine, whatever. But guess what? The positive test would just be like, look, stupid, like you would get your get back like right then and there. My thing is, I don't know why you would just put all this energy into that anyway. Like, it just makes no sense to me. Like, why would you put all that energy into it when you, like I said, if you ain't got nothing to hide, then just get the test and be chilling. Like, what the fuck, man? Homeboy can sit there all day, all he wants, and be like, oh my God, that baby's not mine, that baby's not mine. But he can nitpick all the nose, the eyes, the top lip is curled all weird, like, bro, he can sit there and say that all he wants. And then I don't know why he sat there and was just like, oh, even if the baby's not mine, that's still my girl. And it's just like, wait, what? Then why are you bringing all this shit up? That would piss me off too, because it's just like, why are you bringing all this shit up if you were like, even if the baby isn't mine, you would still take care of it? Like, why are we doing all of this? You know what I mean? And that's why I think she thought like, oh, he's probably just joking. Because I would think that too if you follow it up with a line like that. Like, what the fuck? But again, if he really wants to get the test, you should just be like, go ahead, man. Let me know what you need. You know what I mean? I'll swab up and everything. If you got nothing to hide. I'm just saying, right? Am I wrong here? Help me out. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. But yeah, if you got nothing to hide, get the test. All right, this will be our last one for today's show. Am I wrong for giving my girlfriend a ultimatum regarding our sex life? Ooh. All right. I mean, I feel like if you have to give a girl an ultimatum, the relationship's over, bro. Like, let's be straight. Have you not seen that show, Ultimatum? You know what I mean? Have you not seen that show on Netflix? If I'm being honest with you, that show right there is a thing where, like, if you got to go on that show, that relationship ain't lasting. It's not. And yeah, I mean, it's just not. If you have to get to that point in a relationship, the relationship just ain't lasting. Let's just be straight. All right, am I wrong for giving my girlfriend an ultimatum regarding our sex life? My girlfriend and I have been together just over 4.5 years. She suffers from depression and is on medication for it. Both of these things, I understand, lower your sex drive. Initially, our sex life was really good, but recently it's non-existent. She spoke about it around 1.5 years ago, where she apologized and said she wanted us to have sex more often, but every time I try to initiate, she doesn't respond to it. I have asked if there's a particular way she wants me to initiate, but she said on, I've tried taking her on weekends away and nice romantic trips. I've tried planning date nights at home and initiating when we get back, but nothing. Now she's seeming to snap and get annoyed whenever I try anything. Uh-oh. I told her we need to talk, and I just said that we have to sort out the issues with our sex life. I said we have to have an actual conversation on how to improve it, either just the two of us or with a couples therapist. She refused therapy, but I told her if we don't talk about it and work to resolve the issue, then we're over. She got angry and accused me of only caring about sex. I told her that wasn't true, but that was an important part of our relationship, and it's something I'm not willing to just go without. Facts. She said I was being harsh towards her and that I shouldn't be giving her an ultimatum, but I asked her what else she expected me to do. Am I wrong for giving her the ultimatum? If I'm being honest with you, no. Nope. Because I've always said it on this podcast. I've said it multiple times. The only difference between you and me being friends and in a relationship is sex. And it's a thing where it's like, if I'm not getting sex out of my girlfriend, we are practically just friends. And that's just what it is, man. I get it. You have depression, you have medication, you got your thing going on, whatever. But if you can't fulfill my needs in this relationship, like I am fulfilling yours, because I guarantee you her needs are very, very different. Her needs are simply just, him taking care of her, taking her out, making her feel, loved and wanted, all this kind of stuff. He's doing his job. She's just not doing hers. And for him, he looks at it like, bro, if you can't fulfill my needs, that's cool. I'm not going to sit here and try to change you and all this stuff and that. Like, I'm willing to talk about it and see if we can figure something out. But since you don't want to talk about it and figure anything out, then I might as well just deuces. And if I'm being honest with you, I would deuces out of this relationship. I would be like, look, man, if I ain't getting no poontang, it's all good. But I'm going to go find a girl that is going to be giving me some poontang. Because, like I said, the only difference is us smashing. We might as well be friends at this point. And that just makes no sense. I get it. Again, I mean, you could even talk to your doctor about getting different medication, because this has happened before when I was with my ex. Her and I, she was having trouble being like intimate, and it was her medications. We just talked to her doctor and was just like, hey, look, we need something that still helps her out with like her condition and stuff like that, but also, doesn't affect her sex drive. And they can recommend stuff. They can recommend lower doses. They can recommend different medications. They can recommend a lot of different things. You can talk to her doctor about that stuff instead of talking to a therapist, because it may not be a thing where, because I guarantee you she didn't want to do the therapy because she looked at it like, it's not my attraction to you that's the problem. It's the fact that the medication is making it to where you're touching on me and it doesn't feel good. It just kind of feels bothersome. And so easily what she could do is go talk to her doctor about her medication and be like, hey, look, can we change up the medication so that way it doesn't affect my sex drive as much or at all? And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll just lower the dosage. And because if I'm being honest with you, sex is a good way of combating depression. If I'm being honest with you. Why? Because it releases dopamine, and dopamine is the exact opposite of depression. Yay. You know what I mean? So a doctor would be all for that. He'd be like, hey, as long as you guys are, active enough to where, she won't have any episodes, stuff like that. Sure, there's going to be things. It'll be just enough dose to where if she is experiencing an episode, stuff like that, then, it could be enough to kind of get her through her depressive state and stuff like that. As someone who's dealt with depression myself, you know what I mean? I know that they've lowered my stuff to the point where it's like, I don't need it anymore, and it's kind of great. You can get through it. It's not a thing that you take for like the rest of your life, which is nice. It's, so she could do that, definitely. Like I said, there's a lot of things, but if she's not willing to like compromise anything or change anything or try anything, then that's when I think you should just go at that point. It's like, all right, man, deuces. Because I like how that you're at least trying things. You're like, hey, let's go to therapy. Hey, let's talk about it. Hey, I'll take you on a trip. I'll do this. I'll do that. I think he's doing everything that he should be doing. I just think that she's not doing everything that she could be doing. And that's why I say you're not wrong for the ultimatum, and that, you got to just be like, hey, man, we either fix this shit or I'm leaving. Because again, like I said, the only difference between us being friends and in a relationship is sex. And that's just the way it goes. I mean, you may like it, you may not, but that's just the way it is, man. Just the way it is. All right, but that's going to go ahead and be the end of today's episode. You guys let me know what you think about all the scenarios as well as the thread that we went over today. This is March free Patreon Day episode. Again, if you enjoy episodes, like this crazy wackiness, get on to Patreon, man. We have over, I think it's like 80 hours of content, probably almost 90 hours of content at this point over there. We got a ton of content over there for you, $3 a month, and you get to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows. And you can send in your confession time as well for the Tuesday and Sunday shows. So, all that, Patreon, man, get on there, check it out. My voice is like going. My mouth is so dry right now. But audio listeners, keep downloading the show as well as rating us 5 stars. as well as following us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as the YouTube, man. I appreciate all of the support. Catch us live on Monday. Again, I won't be able to go live on TikTok, so it'll only be on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So catch us over there on Monday. We're going to be playing Monster Hunter. I've never played a Monster Hunter game ever, so this is going to be my first time playing one. So catch your boy out there. Love you guys all, and peace.